3-person quarterback, 5-person quarterback, whatever we need to do to win. So, Acho, love or hate the Dolphins' 2-quarterback system?
I love it. If Brian Flores likes it, I love it. That's how I live by it. Here's why, Sal, and I'm going to give you a take that's not lazy because you know ain't nothing about me in my life lazy right now. The boy be working. In the game of football, wide receivers, they rotate. In the game of football, running backs, they rotate. In the game of football, linebackers, they rotate. In the game of football, defensive linemen, they rotate. All skill positions actually in football rotate, and oftentimes they rotate for the benefit of the team. You have a possession receiver, you may have a speed receiver. You have a coverage linebacker, you have a run-stopping linebacker. You have a run-stopping defensive end, you have a pass-rushing defensive end. You have a pass-catching running back. You have a running back that you want to hit the holes in the goal line. You rotate your players in the game of football to give you a competitive advantage. So, if the Miami Dolphins, as weird as it may be, need to rotate their quarterbacks to give them a competitive advantage, then why does that seem so asinine and why does that seem so far-fetched? If you need to bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick in relief, then do so. If Tua is not as great in relief, then that is perfectly fine. Ride out Tua, then bring in Fitzpatrick as need be. I don't have an issue with it. So, Sal, I think the problem at hand is we oftentimes in our life and in football, we try to put people inside boxes we live.
Yeah, that's a real thing in this world.
Well, I don't want to work at this place, so I won't. I'm not friends with these type of people, so you shouldn't be. I don't go overseas to these countries, so you shouldn't. I don't date these type of people, so you... We try to make people live inside the boxes that we live in. Brian Flores doesn't need to live inside the box that the rest of the NFL coaches live in. Because, again, if every position, skill positions, because for y'all at home, you call linebackers and tight ends big skill. You call running backs and receivers skill. But the quarterback is the most skilled position of them all. So if just about every skill position on the football field rotates to give a team a competitive advantage, why do we seem like it's so far-fetched when the quarterback does it?
I like that take, for real. I didn't expect to like that take either. You're not wrong, you're just not right. You know what? I'm going to go and live in color on this one. When you talk about 2 quarterbacks, hated it, I hated it. Like, and you came out here. The reason I didn't love your take, I liked it, because you lied. Once again, I told you, call me a liar a lot. I think you're projecting.
Where?
I really do. I think you're a projector. All skilled players rotate. Kickers are skill players. Do they rotate?
The kickers are not.
Oh, they're not human beings either now? You want to keep going?
No, because you know
you better interrupt me because I'm going to flow on you.
Because you know this. You have, at least at the college level, when you're not limited by rosters, you have a field goal kicker and you may have a kickoff kicker.
But
we have that.
Yes, but those are different positions doing different things. I'm talking about at the same position. Fitzpatrick and Tua are going to do the same thing. Hopefully one does it better, right? So all skill players don't sit there and stay stagnant. Some of them rotate, some of them don't. Do free safeties. Free safeties are like the mind of the defense. Do they rotate?
No, sir.
Nah, G. The starting corners. I ain't talking about you nickels and dimes and quarters. Do they rotate?
That's wrong.
Yeah. Do the offensive linemen?
They're not
You ever go... See, you didn't play in the trenches. Yeah, they skilled. The big old boys. They are skilled. My point is, I like your take still. I'm not going to take anything away from it. But the reason I hate this is because Brian Flores has done everything right since he's been in Miami, right? He's done everything perfectly, whether it's by the book or off color. Even trolling Kenny Stills was amazing with Jay-Z songs. It was just like everything he's done has turned to gold. And then he's going to try this high wire act where he's way up high balancing between 2 quarterbacks and hoping that that works. I would hate for this to fall right on his face, right on his lap, and then all of a sudden, all of that good equity that Brian Flores has built up goes away. Think about it. He's creating a Chicago Bears scenario earlier in the season when we saw Mr. Trubisky, who had not lost a game yet, was losing the game, yank him out. Now, wait a minute. Why are you yanking him in a game he's losing when he hasn't lost yet? Oh, that was loaded. That was in June, July, or whenever you saw Nick Foles in practice one day, you said, whenever we can, we will insert him. So this is a situation that seems like it's loaded. Why would you draft Tua, number 5 overall, and then not have the conviction to commit to your future? I don't know if you're a candy man. You got a lot of muscles over there. I used to eat a lot of Cheetos, Hawaiian Punch, and candy. And my favorite candy was now and later. Sweet as hell. Don't bite it. Just let it go.
I got a cavity.
Right.
I just got a cavity.
Thank you. Now and later. You know why? Because if I'm going to commit to Tua, it's for now and later. It's the sweetest way to approach this. Brian Flores, you up here doing this. Good luck, brother. Hope you don't fall down.
Here's the difference between me and you, and not just on our takes, but on our candy likes and dislikes. See, I liked Warheads.
What's that, the little ones?
The Warheads were sour at first, but if you hold on to them long enough, they get sweet.
Okay.
Because Ryan Fitzpatrick is sour through about 3/4.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, at the end of it, the Warheads get sweet, and so is Ryan Fitzpatrick, sir.
Like it.
Only a fool learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others.
Oh, I love it.
It's not a Wileyism, but it's a great quote.
I'm going to steal it.
Only a fool learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Brian Flores is actually learning from the mistakes of Matt Nagy in the Chicago Bears. Because Matt Nagy made the right decision when bringing in the greatest relief quarterback of all time, Nick Foles. Chicago Bears up, their record is currently 2-0. They're playing the Atlanta Falcons. Mitch Trubisky struggling. Bring in Nick Foles. Nick Foles goes on a tear, 3 touchdown passes. They win the game. But Matt Nagy made the mistake when he said, I'm going to start Nick Foles the next week. Because Nick Foles as a starter, that ability is in question. Nick Foles in relief, that ability you cannot question. Undoubtedly one of the greatest. Ryan Fitzpatrick, bring him in relief. Because Brian Flores understands in relief, Ryan Fitzpatrick can dominate. So, I don't have an issue with Brian Flores being a wise man, learning from the mistakes of others. The foolish decision would be this. Ooh, Ryan Fitzpatrick, 180 yards over 3 possessions against the Raiders, won that game. I'm going to start you the next week. That's the foolish position. The wise position is to still say, no, Tua, I'm going to start you because I understand what Tua does well, and I understand Tua's limitations.
Okay, I got a full screen real quick. I got it in quick. I'm going to say, stop. Tua time. Let me get my full screen in right now. Who has a higher win percentage? Who has a better